Hello.
Hello, everyone.
God kväll alla flickenauter.
God kväll.
Hey everyone. Hi Nels, hi Dovey, Al Bacon Bread, Al Tamar. Who else is here? Let yourself be known in chat. How y'all doing?
Sweaty.
Doing what? Yeah. Sweaty? Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
I just went on vacation starting tomorrow.
Yes.
And we need to pack because on Friday we're leaving for Shinar.
We are. It's gonna be nice.
Awesome.
Get to a proper country. Proper borderlands. Gonna be nice. Jumping on that.
We want to join all the banners in the sky.
Yes, definitely.
See them up close.
Bannered across the sky yesterday, bannered across the bottom of the Flickerverse today. Of course. Save what?
All the banners everywhere.
Yeah. How you doing, Roger?
I'm doing good. I'd say it's stressful the last few days, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Good. But yeah, always like stressful before going on vacation. Just need to like get everything done at work. We've been excavating. We have like twice the amount of stuff that was like in the I don't even know what you call it, but from the project plan that we got and the information we got from the county administrative board. But now it's like we have twice the stuff and you can get 15% extra money. So yeah,
That seems totally fair.
it's that's the standard, like unforeseen stuff. That's the standard amount that you could get, sort of. So we'll see. Got some really nice finds actually. We got like 5 Iron Age houses. I found a deposit of loom weights inside one of the houses. It was really cool. Had the some cremation burials today pop up. You know,
Nice.
happy archaeologist, happy osteologist. So it was kind of sad because we were supposed to be finished yesterday, so I could just like leave for vacation and have everything wrapped up. And I was like, oh, we have like 2 extra weeks of excavations, so I'm missing that. I'm like telling my colleagues, you need to, whenever you find something cool, you need to put out in chat so I can see it anyways. Yeah.
Yes, Joby. Uno is cool.
Yeah.
So cool. I was at work today, got sent pictures from the excavation and just pieces of a dead child. So, ooh, I found pieces of a dead child. Here, look at this. Very cool.
Because I'm a bit morbid like that. Like, ooh, graves, bones, dead stuff. But yeah, we found the top was broken, but like a cremation urn, maybe early Iron Age, so 1500, 2000 years old, with like an adult individual inside, and then yeah, some random baby bones close by, little arm bone, and
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Yeah. The only thing happening in my work group chat is who cooked this stuff to eat and left the pot in the oven, and now it developed a life on its own. Who's responsible for that? That's the most exciting thing I get. And therefore it's muted. Yeah.
No, Nils, Friday isn't tomorrow. One more day.
I forgot it was Wednesday today. Oh, we're doing a live show now? Okay.
Yeah, you saw my hey, Flicker Knots live in 30 minutes, and you were like, what?
Are we really? Today?
Yeah.
Does not feel like Friday or Wednesday.
Friday is holiday for everyone, or regular folks at least, because it's Midsummer's Eve, so we get the day off. Most people.
Tomorrow is a holiday over here at my state.
Nice.
But I have to work.
Yeah,
So.
because you're like one of those important people that actually do important work and can't just have bank holidays and things like that. So why do you get the day off? Or you don't, but like other Germans. Is it for Midsummer or?
Frohleichnam. Something clerical. Don't ask me. I dipped out of the church stuff.
Yeah.
So long ago that I can't remember what it was for.
So no pagan celebrations.
No. It's Catholic shit. So.
No dancing around the penis-shaped maypole.
No. It's
singing the little froggies.
It's folks wandering through the village behind the Pope and praying at various decorated altars throughout the village. Yeah.
Cool. Do you have? I was wondering if our overseas people have maypoles, and I just realized I can't spell maypole. Yes, Derby, pole, and it is very phallic.
Give us a picture.
Yeah. I'm just.
Right, Nils. They may not have maypoles, but they have maples.
There we go. Oh, where did the good picture go? Come on. I wanted that picture.
Give us the penis pole. Give it to us.
Just give me a second. Okay, wasn't that?
I'm getting impatient. None
There
of this
we go.
edging bullshit. Here we go. Yeah, perfect.
But the rings are kind of small on this one, but usually a bit bigger. Maybe it's just the pole is very large, so the rings look small.
The shaft is the important bit, so yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we dance around that and sing about small frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do for Midsummer, and eat herring and drink
Wow.
schnapps.
Schnapps and herring.
Like we for every other Swedish holiday that there is. It's like we love our
The lyrics go like tiny frogs. Oh, how cute they are. Or not cute.
How funny they are.
Funny looking.
Yeah. They have tiny ears, tiny tails, tiny, and they go kuakakak.
Awesome. To be honest, I would enjoy this way more than our stuff that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah. Pagans knew how to celebrate.
Yeah.
Kuakaka, kuakaka, kuakaka. That's what the frog says in Sweden. Should we talk some Wheel of Time stuff?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not? Let's see how we're doing with the say WoT campaign. Wheel of what? Wheel of Frogs, Wheel of Poles. So we're up to 178,000 petitions. Or not petitions, but signatures.
Yeah, we're getting there, slowly but steady. And I'm pretty sure there will be some coming in over a few days because of media attention that the campaign will get.
Absolutely.
Because we did stuff.
We did stuff. Like this. Or is the... Look at that beautiful billboard.
Awesome.
And this was in... was this in...
This is New York.
Yeah, this is in New York.
Because there's Tom.
Hello, Tom. Let's see. There was another one here. So you said there were 4 different at the moment.
Yeah.
This is another one in New York.
Joe said there were 4 up. Digital billboards were up. But maybe not in New York because there should be one up in Leicester Square in London.
Yeah. I've got that one. Where did that one go? No, did I lose it?
I'm not sure.
Good eye knows. You should be a detective.
Yeah.
Where did I? Yeah, because Rob posted on. Let's see if I can get that. I thought I prepared that one, but I seem to have lost it. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. There we go. There it is.
Hi, Minari.
So yeah, Leicester Square. Leicester Square. Arosa posted this. Or there.
No, that's not Leicester Square. That was the
no,
same
that's
one.
where's the Leicester Square one then? Sorry. That was the
I'm
same
not
one.
sure if there's a picture out there.
Let's see. We also have.
I know that Charlie will go there. That's Sao Paulo.
Yeah, that's the bus stop.
Right.
Oh yeah, and of course, we have the banner in the sky. I'm doing so well at the moment. Wait a minute.
Perfectly organized. That's all things should be.
This was organized.
You're nearly on holiday, so
Yeah.
There we go. That was the one I wanted to show first. Bannered across the sky. And a lot of the cast and crew have been sharing these. So,
Finish the story.
And very organized. So yeah, Sarah posted as well. Hey, Twitter of Time, they're hearing and seeing us. Just got this picture sent to me from someone inside the Amazon offices. So they're noticing us.
It's hard not to notice, I'd say, at this point, with almost 180,000 people signing the Say WoT and all the banners and billboards everywhere. I mean,
I hope Amazon is regretting all their recent decisions. But yeah, we also have some more news about Sarah, actually. She joins WoT Studios as new creative producer. So Kevin, our dear Kevin, posted this on Dragonmount. And she will be... Let's see. She will...
creative producer.
Dorian Lormas, yeah. Consultant for... No. She will join the company as creative producer, focused on narrative and engagement.
And she said that the Age of Legend movie or movies are still... that they are still working on.
I would love that. I love everything about the Age of Legends, and I want all of it.
Yeah, and because
give it to me and make it good.
Because Sarah is there, imagine we get all our Forsaken actors as Forsaken actors in the Age of Legend movies.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so WoT Studios are formerly known as Red Eagle. So they're working on Age of Legends live action origin film, directed by
and we know they have produced great things in the past. So,
yeah.
Well, a few were great, but then they fucked up.
What have they done besides I don't know anything about them besides Winter Dragon.
As far as I know, they are also responsible for the comics.
Oh, okay. Well, the comics are great.
And they were amazing. And I think the old game, and that was quite cool for the time.
I haven't yet to play it. I have bought it off Steam, but I haven't played it yet. It's on my computer.
I played it quite a bit back in the day.
Nice. And there's also a role-playing, like D&D type game. But were they responsible for that as well?
I'm not sure.
No. Okay.
The more important stuff for me is that they screwed up getting the comics out, because I think somewhere at the start of the Great Hunt it didn't go on, or was it already the end of the world, and then they stopped doing it, and they're responsible for Winter Dragon. So
yeah. So you're a bit, but I mean, we'll just
we just hope.
Yes, we're all a bit like a little bit skeptical, I feel, but I really hope that they'll
pull it together.
Stuff. And with Sarah there, I mean, yeah, hopefully she can have some, or she will have some very great input, and I just hope they'll listen to her a lot.
Yeah, and I guess the position of creative producer gives her much more leverage on what's going on, because at the show, I think except from the third season, she was just a consultant, so she didn't have any power in saying, no, we're not doing it this way, we're doing it that way.
No vetoes.
Yeah, she had to persuade people to go into the right direction. So, and I hope that's not the case at iWoT.
So yeah, we can expect, or hopefully expect, live action Age of Legends movie. Kari Skogland, that sounds very Swedish, that name. I need to check out who that is.
Canadian.
Canadian?
Yeah.
Well, that's a very Swedish name.
And I think
or maybe Norwegian, perhaps, but and then The White Tower, a 3D animated feature in collaboration with Quebec's acclaimed Squeeze Animation Studios. I think we heard some news about that like a year ago or something, that was going to focus on novices in The White Tower. But I don't remember the details. And then an ambitious AAA game from iWoT. What is that? What's saying?
Yeah, it's an open world RPG.
Open world RPG. So live action, an animated feature, and a game. So I mean, hopefully this will all be great.
Yeah, I think one of the writers attached to the Age of Legends movie was someone working on some of the X-Men movies as well.
That sounds familiar. Nice.
So at least it's someone who has already had some high-profile work under his belt. So knock on wood and stay optimistic.
Absolutely. But we still want our Rafe show back. Come on.
I'm looking at Carrie Scotland's resume on IMDb, and she's done a lot of things.
Nice.
A lot of good things as well. She's been director of a couple of episodes of The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Vikings. What else? House of Cards, The Handmaid's Tale.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What else did we have? Let's see. Yeah. This weekend there will be a watch party again, hosted by Malkier Talks, our dear Rob, and Sharon Gillan will be on as a guest for episode 4, if I remember correctly.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. So the Ruidian episode, and there might be some other special things happening. So if you don't have anything, of course you don't have anything better to do this weekend, join the weekend watch party. And yeah, more information is on Malkier Talks Discord. So it's gonna be some fun stuff happening. So go check that out. What else? What else? Yeah, you just shared this, Goatbrother.
Yeah.
So Mikhail was awarded the trophy for Best Change from the Books in the Save WoT Wheelie Awards. This is by Takaran Riyadh for Hills of Tanchico. And he's posted a little video on Instagram, so you can go check that out. I have not watched the Wheelie Awards yet. I should. And I got a nice statue.
I believe the awards were 3D printed by our beloved friend Melindra.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, I think that was all we had in way of news and stuff. But also, we just want to give a shout out to people who want to just like hang out and chat and stuff like that with other Wheel of Time people. Our dear Elder Spud Monkey Spuds and Ilonwi, they're hosting like Zoom hangouts. I think most Saturdays now on European timed, 5 p.m. I think Central European time. They usually announce it in our Discord, Malkier Talks Discord, and some other places. So, and it's just like art hangouts, or you don't have to do art either, but they started it as an art hangout. So people draw, so do puzzles, Lego, or paint, write stuff, whatever, and just like hang out while they're being creative. But you don't have to have a project or anything. You can just hang out and chat. So if you want to hang out with people online on Saturdays, then you can do that. They also have other weekdays on like America time for those America based. So I joined them 2 weeks ago and was really nice, just chatting. So do that. Come hang out. Right. Anything else we want to talk about, or should we jump into a flicker?
Let's jump into it.
Yeah. One last hurrah.
Hurrah. Yeah, before we go on some holiday break. If I can just find this one.
It is believed there are worlds where a year is only a day here, and others where a day is a year here. There's supposed to be worlds where the very air would kill us at a breath, and worlds that barely have enough reality to hold together. And as we set out to explore these realities, remember one thing: be steadfast.
Steadfast. This week's flicker is: what if Egwene hadn't been made damane?
Despite my negativity last week, despite that, I think it's kind of an open-ended question with a lot of variables in it, right? So we could say, well, does she die instead? Is she captured and killed, fighting back or something? Is someone else made damane in her stead, taking her plot parts? Is she, I don't know, what else have we?
Yeah, you start off wherever you want. Throw out a scenario.
So let's say instead of being made damane, she has some sort of epic battle and she is stilled.
Okay.
What happens?
Yeah, that would change a lot.
It would, yeah.
Still, so would
She and
full book spoilers.
yeah, full box spoilers.
Would,
Okay, she gets stilled.
Nynaeve discovers how to heal stilling way earlier than Salvador.
You're way more optimistic than I am. I gotta give you that. My answer was she marries Gawain and that's it.
Oh no. No.
Oh no.
That's very tragic, Flicker. No. She wouldn't be Amerlin, she wouldn't be she would just be
There would be no
I
there would be no reverse balefire, there would be no
this feels like the
mending.
darkest timeline.
Yeah, Elida would still run the tower. She would maybe win over the rebel Aes Sedai in Solidar. So there would be no Aes Sedai or next to none Aes Sedai representation at the last battle.
Or I mean they could make
Or they could fuck things up, yeah.
I mean,
Let's
they
send the
could
Reds.
raise Nynaeve as Amerlin instead. And we already had this discussion about what a bad idea that would be.
Yeah, let's face it, because making Egwene damane is fucking horrible for her, but it also a way that she becomes super powerful. She learns a lot of weaves. She's strengthened in the power.
Yeah.
And it fuels her rage.
And even more so, it's like it's forging her mental ability to endure stuff, and she gets an iron will from that.
Yeah.
I survived this.
I would like to argue that she already has that. And sure, she wouldn't have the rage trauma, but I mean, I still think as long as she gets to the wise ones, she would develop those same traits. Maybe she wouldn't be as like strong in the power at that point where she gets to the wise ones, but I mean, it speeds up her destructive power, but I think she would eventually get there anyways, but just without that trauma. And the one thing I'm thinking, it's put like the fear of the Seanchan in her, and that helped her in the fight in the White Tower, because she knew it was at stake. But I think, I mean, she would mostly be the same, like her core character.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if a lot of stuff could happen, but I'm not sure if she would be able to or if it would play out when she gets captured by Elida the same way. Because I think the torture of being made damane and the enter time with the wise ones and dipping into the Aiel culture, those are the two things that make Elida's torture and Elida's punishment next to nothing for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm not the biggest Egwene fan, but she is like a fucking badass from the start, and she has that Two River stubbornness. And I think like the wise ones have a bigger impact on like her character.
Yeah, the wise ones definitely teach her that physical pain isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, it's just
physical pain doesn't have to break your spirit.
No, cry, yell,
embrace the pain.
It's part of life, so you endure it.
And I think like a lot of the Shan trauma is also holding her back in some ways. Like we see later in the books, or like Memory of Light, dealing with Aginor, how you want to pronounce her name, or Tuon. She has such a strong hatred for the Shan that her as like the Amyrlin, she's not very diplomatic, and she's very distrusting against
when it gets to the last battle.
So I'm just thinking, if she, spoiler for the last book, but if she hadn't died, I don't know how well she would have handled being Amyrlin and like handling the Shan after the last battle. I don't think she would have handled that very well. But that's just...
Yeah, there would be definitely a lot of butting heads with Tuon.
And maybe that would be for the good, but I don't... I feel like she would just like, no, we're getting our sisters back and we'll start a full-scale war with Shan.
In my headcanon, it will take time, but stuff will change with the Shan.
Yeah, I think some parts would be sped up and some parts would have been slowed down. But I think you were onto something earlier, Uno, when you said that Nynaeve's healing of Stilling would have been sped up, that process, because I think that would have made Nynaeve very curious and trying to fix Egwene, trying to help her, delving into her mind and finding something. I think that would have happened earlier.
Hold that thought. Charlie just shared a picture with us from Leicester Square. There we have it.
Perfect.
Nice. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you, Roger, for putting that to my attention. But yeah, the thing is, if Nynaeve would have healed her, or healed the Stilling, would she have been weaker in the one power than like Swan and Lyanna?
Yeah, maybe.
So we would have like a weaker Egwene. But then again, with War of Srangrial, then we just blast everyone anyways.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if strength in power really matters for her arc. Because of her character. She's quite ambitious and she wants to learn. And I think being weaker in the power would be more of a bigger motivator for her to find ways to work around that issue.
Yeah.
To get skills that so she would be maybe even more diplomatic and would play people way more against each other, as she already did in Solidar.
I mean, like the biggest issue is like all the Aes Sedai have this like one power hierarchy, like, oh, you're stronger in the one power, therefore I must defer to you, which is like just idiotic.
Yeah, because it could make sense in a certain way, but they don't acknowledge talents.
No.
Because like Androl, you could be quite weak in the power, but you could be very skilled in making gateways. Very powerful in a sense.
Yeah. And like Egwene has like the earth.
Yeah.
Strength in earth and metals and stuff. That's interesting. Okay. So, but let's another scenario. She's still not captured. What I guess maybe Nynaeve is captured instead, or none of them are captured, or.
I do like the premise of Nynaeve being a damane, because I think that would play out a bit differently, but also in a way it would play out in the same way. But I think that would be the way that Nynaeve breaks her block.
Oh, she breaks her block much earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe the Seanchan will find ways for. I guess they can also. The Sulin force her to.
Or she, because of her stubbornness, maybe she will reject the one power even more. Because they try to make her a weapon with one power. And that's not her thing. She's a healer.
Yeah.
So she would despise her power even more.
But I'm assuming they can, the Sulin just like force the damane through the idam to embrace the source, or can they? Maybe they can't.
Yeah, but I think the damane would still have to be able to embrace the source.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't like.
So she's blocked, so she can't embrace the source.
So
I
like
would say no.
Yeah, the Sulin cannot like bypass her block.
No.
No.
I think they would just beat her.
And I mean, that would make her angry, so.
That would work.
I'm always angry.
Yeah.
And Egwene and Min would definitely try to rescue her. So we would. And Lane. So we would get a similar scenario, perhaps. But with Nynaeve even angrier. And even more traumatized.
I don't like that.
No. I don't like that either. So if none of them were captured, how would that? That was. Then I guess they would just like fuck off, not be around for
fun.
Or maybe they would. No, they have no reason to stay there, right?
They would leave with Bail Domon as soon as they can.
Yeah, because
that's their initial plan. They're just waiting to bust Egwene out.
Yeah.
If there's no one to bust out in the first place, either if they don't enter farm at all, they would try to run away and get back to the White Tower.
Yeah, get back, like find Liandrin and just revenge mode. Because they wouldn't believe. They wouldn't like wait around like, oh, Rand's in trouble. It's like, no, Liandrin.
Because they don't know.
No, they would try to get back to Liandrin, I would assume.
Yeah.
Like, hey, she's Black Aja.
But would Liandrin still be in the White Tower when they arrive back?
No.
Because that would be a very long travel for them. They don't have any resources. They don't have any money. They don't have any food. It's a fuck-ass long way to get back to Tavalon. Maybe the fastest one would be a ship, but that would mean they would have to enter farm, and they have no reason to enter farm because they don't know Bail Domon is there.
No.
They just run into him by accident. So they would most likely take the way back by land, or try to get to another harboring city and take a boat from there.
Or go through the ways again.
Yeah, but they don't know how the ways work.
No.
They can't beat the routes.
They get lost in the ways and never seen again.
Yeah. Or they run into the circus. And we get Valanuka early.
We always end up with the circus, don't we?
Yeah.
They're everywhere. No, I guess they would try to get back somehow and experience some shenanigans on the way.
Because there would be quite some time difference between them nearly being captured and the boys arriving outside of farm.
Yeah, is that like 6 months or something?
I don't know how long.
Yeah,
I don't know how
months.
long Egwene stays in the kennels.
No.
But it's not a day or two.
No, it's a couple of months at least.
Yeah. So they would meet maybe halfway back to Tavalon, if they meet at all, and then they would have to. The girls would just go back to Tavalon, and the boys have a different assignment. They have to get the horn.
Sorry, I was reading the WoT wiki. Circles versus forced circles. Because supposedly the item is some sort of a circle where you link, but it's a forced circle, and there are so many rules. It says at some point here that when Renna instructs Egwene to channel, Egwene must reach for the source herself. Renna does not open the access for her.
No.
So, and even if it's voluntary that Egwene does it, the ability to inflict pain on the colorwearer makes coercion easy. But I wonder if Nynaeve's block would somehow hinder the use of that.
Yeah.
For
That would be
sure.
interesting. But like you said, that it would make her angry, so then she could channel.
But I think that would make her even more traumatized and neglectant of the one power once she's busted out. And
Yeah.
I think Nynaeve might go on a bit of more of a rampage against Seanchan.
You think? More than Egwene? Because Egwene tried to fucking murder everyone.
Yeah, and I think Nynaeve might have succeeded.
okay. Sorry, I have to leave.
Oh,
Emergency. Sorry.
emergency.
Okay.
Bye.
No worries.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye.
So I think Nynaeve would just go apeshit and just sink the whole island. Or the Seanchan Nation, whatever that is.
From Falm.
Yeah, from Falm. She would link up with everyone and just, let's fucking do this. Like, kill everyone. Fucking Seanchan.
Don't think she would, but I would love to see full rage Nynaeve. Right. Okay. Any other scenarios, or should we start rounding things off and do a bit of a shorter one?
Yeah.
Because we've had a week. It's only Wednesday.
It's been a long year. It's been a long year.
Very long year. A lot been going on.
So we will be taking a little bit of a break. We're going to Japan for 3 weeks at least, and then we'll see when we pick things up again.
Yeah, we'll be back. We will be back home in mid-July, and so might do a show in July at the end of July at some point, or we'll be back in August.
Yeah.
But should we?
I was just reading Nils' comment that Nynaeve is like an intercontinental ballistic missile. Or intercontinental balefire, yeah.
Like, no, Arthur Hawkwing's armies, they never got to Seanchan. They're still here. So much balefire. I mean, and with the, like, we've talked about this before, that how amazing balefire looks in the show. Just balefire is a reason to say WoT. Come on, we need more balefire weaves. That was so cool. So cool.
More balefire, more Age of Legends, more everything. I want a spin-off series with Moghedien.
Yeah. Like just all her crazy shit. And we also need the Alana Maxim spin-off.
And more Finns.
And more Finns. We need all the Finland. But right, let's see what we're gonna be discussing once we get back from our holiday. Spinny.
What if Min could channel?
What if Min could channel?
I'm guessing on top of her already powerful abilities to see the future. That'd be cool. I wonder what happens if Min looks herself in the mirror.
We'll talk about that next time.
We will.
Keep those thoughts. Right. So yeah, we won't be around for a bit. We'll miss you all. We'll post some pictures and stuff in our Discord, so you can see how we're doing from Shinar proper. And otherwise, we'll see you in a few weeks. Tune in to the rewatch with Sharon and special guest this weekend. Jump on the Steading Zoom, be creative, hang out with people, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side of the portal stone in a few weeks.
Yeah, stay safe in the Flickerverse.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.